Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Potato Town. Last episode we went ahead and built up this awesome house, and in between when the last episode was being made, I also did some other stuff. I built up the sugarcane farm, and I also hooked all of our farms up to this central storage area right here. And it's automatically sorted with Impulse SV's sorter system. I already showed that. And so now we're getting melons. All these are melons, and then pumpkins, the gunpowder, bones, all that stuff, and then irons over here, and sugarcane. And we are also sorting out a little bit of poppies. And then anything we don't want, mostly arrows from the skeletons, we'll run along this path and hit that fire and burn up, and then it'll be gone forever. Also, we doubled the size of the melon and pumpkin farm. I just felt like we didn't have enough, although now we have more than enough because I went ahead and cured up, or zombified and then cured, the villagers over here in our villager trading hall. Also, Sky went ahead and made our nether portal a lot nicer. And I don't think that I've actually shown you guys this either, but over here in our nether, we got this awesome area dug out, and we decorated a little bit, and we got some different paths that lead to the different areas. So over there is the end. That's Sky's portal. That's Crimson and Sky's old house. That's our shopping area over there, and then Des is that way. And yeah, so just a quick update on quick update on what our nether is looking like now. Much better than before, I think. Anyways, guys, so the plan for today's episode, I think, is going to be to build up a moss farm. So we need a lot of bone meal for that kelp farm we built up last episode, because honestly it already ate through like multiple shulker boxes of bone blocks, so we're kind of struggling for bone meal right now. So these are all the different farms that I'm planning on building or having a hand in. So we're going to check off moss farm today, and I think also a Piglin trading system is in order, because we have a gold farm now, and then we can use all that gold to trade with the Piglins, and it just kind of makes sense to me. So we'll do that, and then we'll also build up a shop to sell it in. Alright guys, so we're actually going to start digging out this zombie spawner. You might be asking, why am I digging out a zombie spawner when I already have a mob farm? Well, we're going to go ahead and make this into a copper farm so we can help out Peachy for one of her builds. So I'm going to clear this area out to be 9x9x7, and I'll be right back. Alright, so after that 9x9x7 is dug out, then you just place water in these corners and dig out a little bit right here, and the water will flow right towards this centerpiece. Alright, and then from that little gap that you saw up there, then you just dig down 7 blocks, create a little drop shaft, and we're going to place a cobweb and some water on either side of the sign so that they fall into the cobweb and slowly drown, and then they'll turn into drowned. And then this little setup allows us to swipe at their legs and kill them. All their stuff will be collected by the hopper and put into this chest. This is a nice little room that I cleared out so we can have a nice safe area to do our work in. Alright guys, so I actually messed up. I removed all the lights, which I thought was the last thing I had to do, but turns out I forgot to place the cobweb or the water. So I'm going to go ahead and go grab some water and then fix all this. Alright, so the last thing I had to do was remove the lights that were keeping the zombie spawner deactivated. And now as you see we have cobweb in place. Above that sign is going to be some water. You can hear zombies slowly falling down here. And there's one right there. He's going to slowly drown. And then when he turns into a drowned, we can kill him. And he'll drop some copper hopefully. Alright guys, so I have finished the farm. Now there's a bunch of drowned sitting here. I'm gonna try to hopefully be able to get some copper for the build that Peachy's working on. She's working on a factory to cover up our iron farm, and I'm going to try to get some in here. Already been using it a little bit, but I'm just gonna show you how it works. Hey, look at that. We got a couple of copper ingots and some rotten flesh. I think that some of the stuff actually ended up caught up in this cobweb, but I can't tell. Use some melons to stack up there. Apparently not. But yeah, so there you have it. It's the copper farm all done. It's going to help to get a little bit more copper for the build in the factory. I made a drop shaft and a bubble elevator to get up and down. And now we're going to head back and we're going to start building the moss farm that I said we were going to build. Okay guys, so this farm, while it's great, also burns through bone meal at a really fast pace. So we're going to have to make a bone meal farm, and we're going to use that new 1.17 moss mechanics to do that. We're going to be composting moss into bone meal. So I'm going to go over and start building a design by Ilmango, and I'm going to use a program called Lightmatica to help me so I can know exactly where to place each block, because I think that it's really handy. So if you see, this is what the farm's gonna look like. This is just like a layout template, and I'm gonna build it layer by layer, and we're just gonna go from there. Alright, so the way this farm works is we're gonna be using a stone generator and then turning that stone into moss, and then flushing all the moss away and composting it all after it's been pushed off by the stone generator. So right now I'm putting in the lava, and then after that it'll be getting close to being done. I have a bunch of red blocks because I used iron blocks instead of white concrete, but it doesn't really matter for the schematic because it just replaces it. So now I just got, as you see, this is like a shadow of what I'm supposed to be putting in here. So this is going to be hoppers right here, and it just makes building farms super simple because you can look at it in a world download, put up the schematic, and then just go from there. We are all set. Prime some bone meal into the system for the first time, and then it'll be self-sufficient and producing bone meal, and that's going to be the output. I just have to hook that up to a little storage system right down here. So we'll go grab some bone meal and load it in, and I'll be right back. Okay, system's primed now. 1 stack of bone meal per dispenser, so 4 total. And we're going to try to turn it on for the first time. And we should see bone meal spitting out in just a second. Wow, that's loud. Wow, bone meal's spitting out already. Okay, I'm going to go up top and show you guys what it looks like. So you see, moss block gets bone mealed, and then the stone generators push the stone across, and trapdoor is flooded, so it washes away all of this stuff. These piston heads are extended so the moss can fit underneath it, and it goes down into the hoppers to be composted at, I believe, double hopper speed. So really cool piece of like farmage, and it goes back up, feeds itself, and then all the extra stuff ends up right there. Right now it's not producing any extra because it has to fill up the whole system first, but it'll do that in no time, and then we'll be getting all the bone meal we need. Okay, so apparently this can happen if you fly away from the farm while it's working. All the lava turned the waterlogged stuff into cobblestone. Can't see if I can get past here. But yeah, these are supposed to be under here and flow like that. But to be able to wash stuff off, however, over here, that's not what's going on. These are all shoved forward because they got turned into cobblestone. So we're going to try to fix that, and now you guys know if you guys ever make this farm. Alright, so after fixing it and then waiting about 20 minutes, now we are filled up completely and producing bone meal at the rapid rate. Now we can fund all of our bone meal powered projects in the future with this farm. Just have to remember not to leave it while it's running. So now I just have to hook up a storage system, and then we're done with this project. Okay, so now that we've got that moss farm completed, we got this gold farm that we don't really do anything with now. We just built it so we could get a bunch of gold for that prank, and now we have tons and tons of gold and nothing to use it for. So I think what we're going to do next is build a Piglin trading farm, and we're going to get tons and tons of stuff from that. See, they're just dropping in right now. But we're going to get Piglin trading farm going, and then going to get tons of stuff from that. And then we're going to use those resources to build up another shop over in the shopping district. I know I haven't shown that in a while, but we're going to start building more over there. Also, for this Piglin trading farm, we're going to need a lot of wood and other stuff for hoppers and chests. So while I build that up, you guys can watch a time lapse of us collecting some wood and resources to build the Piglin trading farm. Alright guys, so we went ahead and built it up. Peachy helped me with all the chests and hoppers. That was a big help because there's definitely a lot of them. So now that's all that's left that I have to do is get a bunch of piglins, shove them in this 1x1 hole, and also finish the filters. So right now I just have the one item that will be sorting out, but I have to get the filter items that will block right here in order for it to actually work as a filter. So I'll be right back and I'll do that, and then I'll probably include you guys in the process of getting all the piglins into that one by one hole, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, And perfect. 1 down, 23 to go.
Perfect.
All right, 3 down, 22 to go. Alright, everybody's in place, and we got our system all filled up with gold, and we still have quite a bit left over, so now it's time to test out this system, and hopefully it works. Ah, well, that's not great. Alright, technical difficulties, hopefully fixed. Let's try it again. We're going to see if this... Alright, it's working. Alright guys, so now that it's all situated, all the piglins are in place, it's working, it's all sorting out all these different types of stuff, we're going to build a shop that sells all the stuff that we can now very easily get. So I'm going to head off to the shopping district and I'm going to go and build that. Alright, so as you can see, this building behind us is a bookshop and also a shop to sell all the other stuff that we just went ahead and farmed up at the Piglin trading farm. And so, hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse of me building it. And now for the verse of the day. It's going to be Micah 6:8. Know, O people, the Lord has told you what is good, and this is what he requires of you, to do what is right, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again in the next one. See ya!